Hello, my scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for Confessions of a Paper Addict design team layout. So I am super crazy, but I am working on a Christmas layout. I am using the Christmas loading cut file, but I am so excited because this means I have finished all of the 12 by 12 layouts I need for my 2020 album. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm chugging away at all of those projects that I don't quite have finished. So I'm very excited to create this one and get it done. So I am dry brushing on just a tiny bit of gesso, really not much. I'm just trying to sort of dull down that background just a little bit because I have cut my cut file on white and it's getting just a teeny tiny bit lost on my page. So I do want it to pop just a little bit more. So I have attached the sort of main bar of the page, which is like that loading bar, like in a computer game or a computer or something like that, like how much has processed so far. And it's got the beautiful scripty front that says Christmas that I'm about to stick down, and then a printed front that says loading. Now for me, I chose this cut file in particular because this is Christmas Eve in the photo, so it's not 100% technically Christmas yet, so Christmas is still loading in that respect. And also because this was, of course, 2020, as I mentioned earlier, and without going into all the crazy details, it was almost the Christmas that wasn't for us because the boys were like close contacts and we couldn't see people and we didn't get to go to Bendigo to see my extended family and just all the things happened. So, Christmas was in the process of loading, and mostly for us, it didn't actually ever get to the very, very end in terms of seeing all of our family and that kind of thing. So I just thought that this cut file really worked really well for all of those sentiments. And of course, I've got all that written in my journaling that I will attach to the page a little bit later. You don't often see me attach journaling to my layouts. I often do that off camera and later on down the track because 99% of the time I don't have my journaling ready. But because also, as I mentioned earlier, I've been chipping away at finishing all of these layouts, I actually had all of this journaling pre-typed and ready to go. So I was able to just pop it straight on today while I was creating the layout, which was really nice. It was a nice change. I often try to think in advance as to where I want my journaling to go. But in this particular case, I was also able to tie it into the layout and, balance some of my embellishments on it and things like that. So that worked really, really well. So I was really happy with that. Bonus points if anyone noticed that I almost stuck my photo too far over and couldn't fit the word loading on. I just squeezed it in. Ideally, I would have spaced those letters out just a little bit more, but you do what you can do, huh? I can't believe I did that. What else can I tell you? Have you been over to check out the new COAPA Cutfiles website? It is at confessionsofapaperinaddict.com, which is pretty awesome that Virginia has set up a new shop. It is pretty amazing, the new shop. So do be aware that Etsy will be closing at the end of this month, so not long now. And you will need to shop exclusively over at the confessionsofapaperinaddict.com. But it's a really great new website. The images are all there. She's also put in sort of more categories to make the things you want to find a little bit easier to sort of search through and to find there. There's a section for a blog, for meeting the design team, and just all those sorts of things that come with an entire website that, Virginia really missed out on by having only the storefront over on the Etsy shop. So hopefully you've had a chance to head on over there and check that out. I've got the link in the description box down below. I also have the direct link to this particular cut file in the description box down below. And yeah, definitely go on over and just have a look around and see just how that new website looks and just make yourself familiar. I highly recommend. So, as you can see, I am just busy playing with my embellishments. This is a bit of a Bitzer layout. So the 12 by 12 pattern paper that I'm using is from the Say Cheese collection. There's multiple collections with that sort of same title, I guess. They kind of bring it out in a few different ways. And I used that collection for my December daily, but I have like 3 or 4 pieces of pattern paper left, and that's it. And I thought I'd just try and use one of those up. I also pulled out a Rosie Studio collection that I am so close to having finished. I've only got like a handful of stickers and some papers left, so I'm just using up a bunch of those stickers as well on this one. So it's a bit of a Bitzer. Nothing really kind of goes together, but that's okay. I decided that it didn't look quite finished, so I trimmed off a 1/4 of an inch all the way around each edge, and I'm popping that onto white paper. I think that helps a little bit to tie in the white cut file. And then I'm also going to go ahead and grab my Novu drops, which I always forget to use. I don't really have a red, but this kind of pinky red will work fine for this layout. It's because the stickers have got tones of pink in it anyway, and then the papers are red, so it'll all kind of work together. And then gold and white. I usually would do splatters, but I think the page is quite busy. There's just so much going on. I'm hesitant to add more clutter to the page, so I'm just going to leave it with just these little Novu drops. Does anybody else find that like the gold or I'm assuming it's the pearlescent type ones are a bit thicker and harder to get a nice sort of enamel dot size dot out of? I don't know if that's just me, but I definitely found that gold one harder to use. So here is my finished layout. I'm quite happy with how it ended up pulling together. I think it's really cute. Thank you so much for watching along with me, and I will see you next week with my next COAPA layout for the month of Feb. Thanks so much, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.